Hello. So you have probably heard your teacher say this countless times. X squared minus y squared is equals to x minus y times x plus y. And they call that the difference of two squares. But have you ever wondered how this x squared minus y squared is equals to x minus y times x plus y? So in this video, we are going to write that proof. So for a start, this x squared minus y squared, this is a quadratic expression. Remember that quadratic expressions are in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. In our case, the a is 1 since this is the same as 1x squared. The b in our case is 0 and the c is going to be negative y squared. So we can rewrite this to become, this is going to be x squared and then plus 0x and then minus y squared. Now, this equation is in the same format as this, but then it doesn't make much sense to say 0x. So we are going to just have 0 for that. So this is the same as just 0. On the right we have minus y squared and on the left we have x squared, right? So now this is a quadratic expression, and to simplify it, you simply have to rewrite this center term so that it has two factors. So to get the two factors, we are going to look for them in such a way that when the two factors are multiplied, they'll be equal to this ax squared times c terms. So in our case, this is going to be x squared times negative y squared, which is going to be the same as negative x squared y squared. So we are looking for two factors which when multiplied are going to give us negative x squared y squared, and then when they are added together they are going to give us this middle term which is 0. So in this case the two factors are going to be xy by xy, and then the negative is on one of the terms, so that when you take negative xy times xy, this is going to give us negative x squared y squared, and when we add these terms we get 0. So now let's rewrite that center term. So we are going to have x squared on the left, and then we have minus xy plus xy and then minus y squared. So you see this center term is still 0, only that we have rewritten it. Now we are going to take these in pairs. So the first pair is going to be this. The second pair is going to be this. So in the first pair, the common factor is x. So we are going to factor out that x, and then x squared divided by x, that is going to give us x, then minus xy divided by x, that is going to give us y. And then plus, the common factor here is y. So we factor the y out, and then xy divided by y, that's going to give us x, and then negative y squared divided by y, that's going to be negative y. So notice that we have x minus y here, and then we also have it here. So let's factor it out. So when you factor out x minus y, this expression divided by x minus y, we are going to remain with x, and then plus this other expression divided by x minus y, we are going to remain with y, and that is how you end up with x squared minus y squared is equals to x minus y, x plus y, the difference of two squares.